Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So a warm welcome to all of you at the Bhaktivedanta Manor on a very, very special day. And a special welcome to all the candidates here who are taking a very, very big step, very major step in their lives. So, and also the families and friends who come to support them. So we would like to request Vishakha Mataji to say a few words. Vishakha Mataji, can I see her? Hare Krishna. Somebody can please make way. Thank you.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvase Sasunyavadi Paskya Tade Shatanane Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchakopa Tarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhu Bhyaevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So this is such an auspicious day. All these glorious Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis will be taking this major step in their spiritual life. This modern world can be extremely complex. We've made it very complex. But actually it's not so complex. The human form of life is meant to overcome the problems of birth and old age and disease and death. That is the purpose of the human form of life. And the process for doing that, a major portion of the process, is to accept shelter under the lotus feet of a bona fide spiritual master. So we're so enlivened and encouraged that these wonderful souls are doing that today, either first or second initiation. We wish them all success, and we're so thankful to Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj for being so merciful to all these Vaishnavas, accepting them at this time. Thank you very much. All success to you. All glories to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So we request His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Maharaj to please continue with the class now. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Vallabha Girivaradhari Daya Gopidana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodhanandana Brajanana Ranjana Yasodhanandana Brajanana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Nayarada Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Kadamba Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. I don't really need it. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Gaura Bhaktivedanta, Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Gaura Bhaktivedanta, Gaura Bhaktivedanta. So I'm reading from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita from the Adi Lila, chapter 1, entitled The Spiritual Masters, text 45. Guru Krishna Rupaya Shastrira Pramane Guru Rupa Krishna Kripa Karina Bhaktagane. Wow. I'm impressed at the speed of the technology. Due to time constraint, I will simplify the procedure a little. Translation. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scripture, the spiritual master is none different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. Purport. The relationship of a disciple with the spiritual master is as good as his relationship with the Supreme Lord. The spiritual master always represents himself as the humblest servitor of the personality of Godhead, but the disciple must look upon him as the manifested representation of Godhead. Then I'll also read the next verse. Acharyam mam vijaniyan navamanyet karhichit namarcha bujya suyeta sarvadeva mayo guru. One should know the Acharya as myself and never disrespect him in any way. One should not envy him, thinking him an ordinary man, for he is the representative of all the demigods. Om Ajnanatimarandasya Gyanandana Salakaya Shakshurun Minitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sivisakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vindavaneswari Visabhanu Sutadevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyacha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Here in the Chaitanya Charitamrita we find an interesting description about the guru-disciple relationship. It is explained that the spiritual master is the representative of Krishna, and that it is Krishna who delivers the disciple through the spiritual master, through the via media of the spiritual master. That deliverance, that process of deliverance is an ongoing process. Because Srila Rupa Goswami explains, Ado Guru Padasraya, first we take shelter of the spiritual master. the word ado can be translated at first as first, but ado can also be as like referring to a foundation. So ado Guru Padasraya, the foundation of everything that we do is taking shelter of the spiritual master. So it's not just today, the time of initiation, yes, we take shelter. No, it's actually again and again, at every moment, every day, thousands of times a day, in so many situations, again and again, we are taking shelter of our spiritual master. And always consider him present. The spiritual master is always present. The spiritual master is with us every moment. Every moment. And every action that we do, we are offering to our spiritual master. And that the physical presence of the spiritual master, how much time can be spent in the physical presence of our spiritual master? Limited. One disciple of Srila Prabhupada said, Srila Prabhupada, I always want to sit at your lotus feet. Prabhupada said, that will be difficult because my feet are always moving. Which, yes, so some disciples of Srila Prabhupada were initiated by letter and never even met him in person. Not at all. They never met him in person. But they were his disciple, and they dedicated their life. So, yes, initiation is about dedicating our life. And our life is made up of a very long series of moments. We can look at our whole life, very long time. Or we can look at moment after moment, step by step. So let us offer step by step to our spiritual master, and in that way we'll offer our whole life. Whole life is not offered by some resolve, like a New Year's type of resolution. Yes, I will do. Yes, I will do is wonderful. But in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami explains the process of devotional service. The Nectar of Devotion, originally written by Rupa Goswami as the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, is like a handbook of Krishna consciousness. It says exactly what you're supposed to do. It is Pancharatric literature. So Pancharatric means it's giving instructions of how to perform the spiritual life. It's like it's not a book per se of long philosophical treatises. Rather, it is a book that gives us very practical instructions and tells us how to worship the deity, how to worship the spiritual master. It tells us how to cultivate our love of God. And that's the idea. Prema Pumartha Mahan. The goal of human life is to reawaken our love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhukabunai Shravanadi Sudha Chitta Karya Udai. So particularly by hearing and chanting. This hearing and chanting is the most important of all devotional service. So when we get so busy with so much service and our hearing and chanting goes on the second plane, then that is not auspicious. That is not favorable. The hearing and chanting should get a very serious attention. Not only chanting, which we're going to promise, but also hearing, which we're not going to promise formally. But still, that is required, that every day we connect. Yes, hearing of lectures. Now there are so many ways that we can access the spoken word of the Vaishnavas. There are audio books. There are so many ways to hear. That is important. A day without hearing is a day without nourishment. It's like fasting. It's like spiritual fasting. When we fast, we become weak. That is natural. When we are not hearing, we become weak. That's natural. That will happen. And then spiritual life becomes a burden. Then we'll experience that this spiritual life is very difficult. Very difficult. Whereas we find in Bhagavad Gita, devotional service is described as susukam kartamavyayam, that it is joyfully performed. Yeah. So through hearing and chanting and devotional service, we will experience joy. Yes, that is the idea. Currently, we are in, when we look at Rupa Goswami's descriptions of devotional service, first he makes a division between sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, and prema bhakti. 3 stages of devotional service. Bhava bhakti, prema bhakti are very advanced stages of devotional service where we are deeply emotionally attached to Krishna. And obviously that's not currently our stage. So when we are looking at Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti, then we are just looking at the goal. We're looking at where we should be going, right? And meanwhile, we're practicing sadhana bhakti. We're engaged in devotional service, in practice. So that means we have to make a structured effort. When Srila Prabhupada introduced the morning program, that is a very structured program, a program of rising at a fixed time, early in the morning, same time, Mangalarti, then Tulsi Puja, then chanting japa, then Guru Puja, then Bhagavatam class. That's a full package, right, of regulated practice. So regulation is very important because conviction and determination is there to a degree. We are here today with a certain level of determination and conviction that this Krishna consciousness is the absolute truth. But we're also bringing our weakness. We're also bringing our doubts. And if we don't have doubts in the philosophy and in everything that Srila Prabhupada said, everything, and then we may have definitely doubts in ourselves. Can I follow all this? everyone who is going to promise to follow 4 regulative principles and 16 rounds for the rest of their life are sort of in the back of their mind thinking, fingers crossed, I hope that everything is gonna be all right. There is a little fear on the day of the initiation. It's not from, well, I'm just gonna do this. It's like, am I really able to do this? Well, it's not going to be automatic. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Durgame patimendasya skalat padakatir muhu yet krishpa sustidanena santa santavalambanam. He said, my path is very difficult. My feet are slipping again and again. But by the stick of the mercy of the Vaishnavas for my support, I can remain on the path. So now this is a very important point, right? That somehow or other we get nourishment and strength from the association, from the community of the Vaishnavas. And then within that community of Vaishnavas, we see that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emphasized etiquette. Right? In the Antya Lila there are several chapters that deal with etiquette. One was Jagadananda Pandit, who was a great devotee. And Jagadananda Pandit was instructing Sanatana Goswami. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu later said, Jaga, who is this Jaga? Jaga is just a boy. Oh, Sanatana Goswami, who is he to instruct you? Even I take advice from you. Right. So, and then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I'll never accept a service from one who is not following the Vaishnava etiquette. So that is there. We must always respect. Vaishnava etiquette means that we respect all living beings. We respect all living beings. That's the final conclusion of Trinadapi Sunichena Tarodapi Sahisnana Maninamanadena Kirtanya Sadahri. One can chant the holy name constantly if one offers all respects to others. So if we cannot chant the holy name constantly, then maybe we're lacking in this. And we cannot, obviously. 16 rounds is already like a daunting task. It's like we're going to promise to chant 16 rounds every day without fail. You feel the heat. Undoubtedly, not so easy. But Kirtanya Sadahari. This is what Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said. He said, we are initiated in the mantra Kirtanya Sadahari, to always chant the holy name. So, in this way, we appreciate by respecting all living beings. Udvegana diba, to not cause anxiety to anyone, it says in scripture. But that's also not so easy. That's sometimes devotees as a Kartik Vrat are taking such vows, Udvegana diba, not to cause anxiety to anyone. Well, 1 month, good luck. That's not going to be an easy month, right? Or you get these vows to not criticize the Vaishnavas for 1 month, to not criticize any Vaishnava for 1 month. That's a heavy Kartik vow. That's much heavier than chanting 64 rounds. That's like, whoa, be very careful. Maybe just not speak at all. That might be the safest. because, yeah, it slips out. Yeah, I like to tell the story that my mother told me as a child, that there were two princesses, and one, when she opened her mouth, roses would come out, and the other one, when she opened her mouth, frogs. Now, in my case, right, since I got the mercy of Srila Prabhupada's movement, I managed to get some roses out of my mouth. But every once in a while, inadvertently, the frog jumps out. And there it is, in all its ugliness. And it's bouncing around the room. And then, what to do? You can't put it back. So yes, this is indeed a difficulty. These frogs that jump out of our mouths. So there are 10 offenses in the Padma Purana, listed in the Padma Purana, to be avoided in the chanting of the holy name. And in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says, Bahu Jamani Adhikari Shravana Kirtanam Tahutanapaya Premadanam. It is explaining that if we are making these offenses in the chanting of the holy name, then the result of the chanting will be delayed, and it can take many, many births before we get the desired goal, which is Krishna Prem. Therefore, we have to take avoiding these offenses very seriously. Blaspheming the Vaishnavas is particularly highlighted in the Chaitanya Charitamrita as a very serious offense. It can be, if it is a serious blasphemy driven by envy, really driven by envy, then that is the mad elephant offense, the mad elephant who destroys the garden, who destroys the devotional creeper. So that is, we have to be careful. No Vaishnav is an ordinary person. No one. There's no ordinary people in this movement. Everyone is actually a special person. I sometimes go through the exercise to think, who is who? Who were they in their last life? Srila Rupa Goswami says that mostly we continue our spiritual life from the previous life. So you think, who are they? I can imagine that Kripa Mai Prabhu might have been some Mathura Brahmana or something like that. He still looks a little bit like one. Well, it's nice. It's not bad. It's the nice belly. It's like, like I was reading somewhere about Nanda Maharaj this morning, and it also mentioned that he has a nice belly. A nice protruded belly, Nanda Maharaj. So that's, in Italy they call it a bella pancia. Sounds very beautiful. Yeah. So, in this way, we appreciate who is who is who. But it helps me sometimes to think that there is a great Vaishnava from a last life already behind who I'm looking at now. Because my mind goes, well, who's this guy? We put everyone in boxes, we classify everyone, right? You know, which part of London are you from? Oh, I see. Kind of thing. Somehow or other, we have this tendency. So let us not blaspheme the Vaishnavas. Let us glorify the Vaishnavas. Let us respect the Vaishnavas and see them as oceans of mercy. Second offense, consider names of demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma to be equal or independent to the name of Lord Vishnu. We remember Hiranyakasipu. He worshipped Lord Brahma, asked for immortality. Lord Brahma said, I cannot give what I don't have. So neither Lord Brahma nor Lord Shiva can give that eternal liberation. Lord Vishnu can. And Krishna, he can give us that unique love of Godhead of Vrindavan. No one else can give. So, in this way, we should not divert our attention to the demigods. Sometimes, for old time's sake, there is still this little Ganesh has been with me since I was 5 years old. Yes, what to do now? Yeah, can we keep him somewhere? Yeah, we can, but Srila Prabhupada says in response to such questions, his answer would be, it's not required. It's not required. Which for Prabhupada then meant, we don't do it. If it's not required, we don't do. We don't do anything that's not required for going back to God. So, although we respect the Devatas very much, very much so, and by no means we minimize them, by no means, they're our superiors. We ask for blessings, certainly, but if we think, well, I don't want to bother Krishna, so for some material problems, I'll just pray to Ganesh. It's just like, yeah, for the kids to pass the exam, you don't want to ask Krishna something like that, right? Yes, that's Ganesh. Yeah, he's so cute. But then what we do is we're dividing our faith. We'll be dividing our faith. So, Kechit Kevalaya Bhaktya Vasudev Parayana, says Srimad Bhagavatam. Only Krishna. Keval. Those who know some Indian language, some of you may know some Indian language, little bit. Keval is very only. So, yeah, let us turn to Krishna. Third offense is to disobey the order of the spiritual master. Yeah, I've spoken on this many times, and I always said, well, don't disobey the order of the spiritual master. If it's difficult, come to talk to me. And we can talk about it. If it's go to China, and you say, well, China, I was thinking I can take a lot, but if my spiritual master would go to Antarctica and tell me to go to Antarctica, I would talk to him. I wouldn't just go. I would say, like, Antarctica, I'll go, but I'll probably die upon arrival. As soon as we get there, I'll probably die from the cold. Antarctica is not my kind of place. So, some instructions may be difficult. We can speak to the spiritual master. Of course, when the spiritual master is no longer present, then we cannot speak to the spiritual master. But it says the instruction of the spiritual master is like a jewel, a sirumani, that we are carrying on our head. Yeah. And that instruction is our treasure. Right? So it's not like something that's also there. This is instruction of my spiritual master, and I actually don't like that particular instruction so much. Or maybe not. I've also received instructions over the years that I didn't like. I got a few. But I did it anyway. I try to embrace them, and I try to make something of it, although sometimes I didn't like the instruction. Yes. So let us somehow or other really try. And in this life, dedicate ourselves to the spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada said, he asked, please give this life to me. I've had so many lives where you did what you wanted. Right? Now please give this life to me. And I was I've been contemplating about the being in the presence of the spiritual master and being a disciple after the departure of the spiritual master. And I was thinking that in the present, we can always see what can we get from the spiritual master. Because he's there, he will do so many inspiring things. Beautiful kirtan, wonderful katha, just nice, intimate moments of being together, just casually. Srila Prabhupada went to the beach in San Francisco and they were roasting apples and raisins in a fire in some aluminium foil, and everyone had lots of fun, and Prabhupada joined in the fun, and it was just so nice, so sweet. Right? Yes, that is there. And then all that inspiration that we can get now in the presence of the spiritual master, what about after his departure? Yeah, we can turn to all the lectures and everything that's on file and recorded, writings, and we can in that way still associate with Vapu, with the person of the spiritual master. And that is Vapu. Like Srila Prabhupada stated, that when we read the Nectar of Devotion, we are directly associating with Rupa Goswami. So even through writings, we can directly associate, or through hearing, with our spiritual master. But otherwise, after the departure of the spiritual master, it's not so much what we can get from him. It's more about trying to be what he wanted us to be. And when we try to be what he wanted us to be, right, then we become surcharged with spiritual energy. Then we become empowered. Then that energy of the Lord begins to flow through us, just as the spiritual master is the via media, and Krishna is working through him, and Krishna's mercy is flowing through him. Then that mercy will start to manifest within us. Of course, I'm speaking a little long on this particular point. I'm not going to speak on all the 10 offenses as long as this one. But yes, in the Bhagavad Gita, there's the verse Tatenukam, not Tatenukam, I'm sorry, Te sam evanukam partam aham agyana jam tamaha nasiyami atmabhavastu jnanadipena pasvataha. It is said there that Krishna is hiding in the heart of the devotee. And Krishna from within will guide the devotee. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada explains that sometimes a disciple is not following the instructions of the spiritual master. It says, then Krishna will make arrangements, both internally and externally. Yeah, these external arrangements can be a little intense sometimes. I mean, after the car rolled 4 times, and you come out like, still alive, then you are a little more serious about Krishna consciousness. So better don't rely on that. Better take shelter of the order of the spiritual master. Fourth offense is blaspheme Vedic literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. All Vedic literature is respected. Even the Upaveda, which is not transcendental, like some of the mundane instructions of the Vedas are known as Upaveda, Jyotish Shastra or Vastu Shastra, or all these things is mundane. But we respect that because it's connected to the Vedic culture. But our focus is the scripture that deals with devotional service. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada would have 4 brahmanas on the corner of the yajna reading from 4 scriptures. Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotions, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So these are the pillars of our spiritual life, these 4 books. So let us focus on that. Consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. The name is non-different from Krishna. Abhinatvam nami namino. Therefore, all potency, sarva shaktis, nitya sarva shaktis, Krishna has invested his own power in this chanting. Everything is possible from chanting. It also means that we can no longer calculate. You know, I'm from the Netherlands, and in the Netherlands we have lots of water. Right? It's a very low country, so lots of water, and there are many fields, and every field has a little canal, and then the next field a little canal to drain off all the water. So when we were boys, kids, you know, we go in the fields and we go jump over the little canals. Some are 5 feet, you know, some are 7 feet, some are 10 feet. Right? For a boy, okay, 10 feet. Come on, Kripa Ma, you can do it. And it's like, yeah, you go first. I like this, you know. And of course, one would go with his leg into the water, and sometimes one would just. But then you get like the 15 feet one, and then you said, wow, you know, this is too much. We're not going to make this, you know. Nah, this is not possible, right? And so we are calculating always what we can do, what we cannot do in every aspect of life. And in this way we limit ourselves. We think, no, I can do this, I cannot do that. But now these limitations are just being changed. We become empowered, and suddenly we can do that things we could never do. So if there's anyone who has doubt here today, that do not doubt. We can do. We can do. We can follow these vows. We can make it through if we take shelter. If we take shelter. It's not about determination, it's about taking shelter. Determination is needed, but more powerful is taking shelter of the process. Then we will do. Then we will do. We'll surprise ourselves. I'm surprising myself that I'm sitting here today. But somehow or other, I'm doing. By taking shelter. Yes. 6th events, giving some interpretation on the holy name. No need to make very complex theories or to get into all that. Prabhupada said, simply Krishna is Yasoda Nandanandan, the son of Nanda and Yasoda, like this, Devaki Nandan, the son of Devaki. That's Krishna. No need for more explanation. We're dealing with Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. 7th offense, commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Yeah, you know, like an accident can happen in spiritual life. Life is long, and, you know, as you heard, an accident can happen. Not that this is a license for accidents, right? But it can happen. But we should not just take it lightly and think, what can I do? I have to drive. I have to drive. Yeah. I mean, coffee is not that serious. Just a cup of coffee. You know, a cup of. No. May you never drink coffee again. Never, ever. and no Coca-Cola either and all that, or energy drinks. No. That's included in the 4 regulative principles. No. Chocolate is another thing. That's one of a big discussion, you know. I leave it open. Of course, Hari Kesh told us that the World Health Organization allows up to something like 10% of insect parts to be in chocolate. So that's a complication. I saw, yeah, from the little fruit flies that are on the cocoa beans, because they crush them with machines, and then they crush about 10% is fruit flies. Anyway, leaving that for what it is. Carrying on. So, no sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Let us be serious. My motto is, let's be serious about serious things. I'm known as someone who has lots of humor, makes jokes, etc. I do. But I'm serious about serious things. That's what seriousness means. For the rest, yes, joke, have fun, you know, like life is not meant to be dry. Let there be juice. But serious about serious things is what we require. 8th offense is to consider chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities of karma kanda. So karma kanda are activities that improve the material conditions of life, right? You have a pumpkin at your house, and you know, you make a face on it, throw out your pumpkin and everything, and so that nothing bad will happen. You hang a chili on your mirror of your car, put some lemons under the wheel, and you drive happily ever after. Right? All these things are karma kanda. And so karma kanda ritual is helping us to improve our material conditions of life. Now, Krishna consciousness, or the chanting of Hare Krishna, is not a karma kanda ritual. So, so it's not going to necessarily fix our material life. So don't get into this mood. How can this happen to me? I gave my whole life to Krishna, and now this happened to me. Don't become angry with Krishna. Always remember, we deserve everything and more. Even if we remember the sinful things we've done in this life, then there are also sinful things we've done in this life that we don't remember. But if we just contemplate on the sinful things we remember in this life, then what about previous lives and so on? How deep is the sinful inclination in our heart? It's deep. Why did we take birth in this age of Kali? For a reason. For a good reason. Yeah. So let us see, whatever comes, let's not blame Krishna. And if difficulties come, accept Krishna's mercy. Spicy mercy. But, there are devotees here from Indian descent, there are devotees here from Mexican descent. They all like a little chili, isn't it? So, something spicy. Krishna also puts some spice in the mix. Garam, bahut garam. Yes. 9th offense, preach to the faithless. We can preach to anybody, but only the general philosophy. Bhagavad Gita. Not this body, an eternal spirit soul, an eternal servant of Krishna. And chant 16 rounds and follow 4 regulative principles. That's our general public message. No Vrindavan pastimes. That's confidential amongst devotees. And 10th offense, to maintain material attachments. Maintaining material attachment is not about having material attachments. We have them, but we should not feed them. That's what it means. So that is also, so we can see that that creates an element of struggle, an element of fight, an element of overcoming our lower nature. We're going to have this. Our lower nature is going to come and push. Vacha vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam, udrapasta vegam, etan vegam, visaheta dira. These pushings of the senses, of the mind, of anger, of tongue, belly, genitals are going to be there. Sex desire. All right. We can regulate that in ashram. And we can nourish. When the spiritual nourishment is very thin, then sex desire becomes stronger. When we become critical of Vaishnavas and careless, then immediately we go down in matter. Sex desire becomes stronger. This lust is the one thing that's just trouble. Trouble. I once had a dream, and in this dream, I'm walking past a stream, and suddenly there's a green snake, and this green snake is on the water and it swims quite fast. There's some ducks, and suddenly it eats the ducks, just like that. I'm looking, wow, this snake just ate the ducks. Next moment, the snake comes in my direction, and fast. It crawls on the land and comes in my direction fast, just as the snake came. Right? I went up in the air. Woke up, saved. But then I was meditating and I was realizing this snake was lust. And lust devoured some duck here and some duck there, and all these quacking ducks were easily devoured. And I was almost devoured and saved. But I could also see that this going up in the air meant something else. It meant that I was too light. I didn't have enough spiritual weight. We need to have spiritual weight. We need to be fulfilled. Our hearts need to be full of remembrance of Krishna. So let us live in a home that is a holy place that always reminds us of Krishna. Let's make it a wonderful bhajan kutir. Let Vaishnavas always be in our home, right? And if you're a brahmachari, then your home is a temple, right? Or a Sankirtan van. Where else would it be? There's no other option. And brahmacharis have no other home. Yes. Going home. Sometimes the brahmacharis go home and stay with their family. We never did that. That was not done. When I was a new devotee and a brahmachari for a little while, because my former wife didn't want to join. So then I came alone and said, okay, you're a brahmachari. But then we visited our family, but we never stayed overnight. Overnight, stay in the temple. That's the best. Of course, it's not a rule, but these things are to be considered. Jnana Sangha, to materialistic association, is not helpful. Even family members. Our real family are the devotees. They are our first family. So here, I wish that you all are a family to each other. And of course, to all the Vaishnavas. And that you are very kind to all the Vaishnavas and to everyone in general, and really try and have inspiring relationships with others. That is something of great value. At the end of the day, we're in this movement. We have the most exalted philosophy. we have the most wonderful knowledge. We have wonderful programs, many wonderful things. And at the end of the day, we need some friends in this movement. We need some real friends. So please offer friendship to others. Real friendship. That will be very valuable. Okay, in closing, just a few sentences about the situation. So, it looks like this initiation came about under duress, under special circumstances. Things were a bit rushed. Generally, there are procedures for preparing that take a long time and people go through it. And although sometimes we feel that's a little bit difficult to go through all that, I know, I've been on the sannyas waiting list, so I know what it's like to go through these things. But then there's also a lot of purification actually, and a lot of preparation. It helps in a way. So we did shortcuts this time, and here we are suddenly, and saying, "Whoa, is this a roller coaster? Is this going a little too fast?" Naturally, some feelings are there. So the special circumstances, and then the thing is this, Kadamba Swami, if he's not going to live a long time, then what does that mean for the future and for association, and how are we going to get instruction, inspiration, and how is it all going to go on, and are we going to, we are in the early stage, we need all that inspiration. Dear devotees, it's all Krishna's arrangement. Don't worry, nothing is out of control, right? It's not, the situation's not out of control. The situation is totally under control. Not under our control, not under mine, that's for sure. Not under yours, but it is under Krishna's control. So everything is fine. We are in this movement. There are many wonderful Vaishnavas and spiritual masters. And all these wonderful Vaishnavas and spiritual masters will be a source of inspiration. Of course, you have a special relationship with me. I will always be there, your Diksha Guru. My mood is a particular individual mood. We're getting from the spiritual masters the same transcendental instructions. But then there's the emphasis, a mood, a particular way each person conducts himself in devotional service. So we'll get all that. You'll get all that. That you'll take with you. We see this in, for example, Bhaktivedanta Maharaj and his disciple. Bhaktivedanta Maharaj was very much, well, you could say, the ambassador of love, right? Now, he was very much living that. And we see that in his disciples. He touched them deeply with that. I'll do my best to follow in his footsteps, to give you as much as I can in this time, to leave something for you of value and for the world, and then just take shelter in this movement, and everything will be fine. Krishna will look after you. Don't worry. Before I leave this planet, I will put you in the hands of Krishna. I'll pray to him. Don't cry now. Some, of course, will cry, but what can we do? But we are in good hands. We are in Krishna's hands and in the hands of his devotees. All the devotees will be kind to you. Don't worry about that. I'll ask them. I don't even have to ask them. They will. Yes. So thank you very much. Then we'll carry on now and start taking the vows. But because of my health condition, I need to every once in a while visit what they call in America the restroom. So I need a few minutes break right now, and someone can just chant Hare Krishna, whoever was chanting before very nicely. So I have a few minutes kirtan. I'll come back in just a moment.
Shesh. Shesha. Shesh. Thank you. I think, initiates, can you just kind of tell them how they should do the process? I think it's just come in the front, paint a basin in front of Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Just a quick announcement for the candidates. When Maharaj announces your names, you will come this way, turn round, face this way, pay your obeisances, take your names and instructions from Maharaj, and then go back to your seats, ready for the yagya later. Is that clear, everybody? Sorry, 1 second.
I would suggest they should all be off, because each time they have to get up, they'll trip over each other. They all wait here as Maharaj calls.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Let's go. Hare Krishna. Sorry, I didn't want to cut the Maha Mantra. All right, so let me just see here. Yeah, I have a list, and obviously you're not all sitting in the same order as the list, but we prepared all the beats in a certain order, otherwise it gets total chaos. So I have Jayadev here from South Africa, who grew up as a devotee and got the name Jayadev from Giriraj Maharaj. So please pay your obeisances. And so Jayadev, his parents are disciples of Giriraj Maharaj, and in that way Krishna consciousness has been naturally part of his life. South Africa in many ways is very similar to the UK in that there are so many devotees, and there's always 3 or 4 programs, a few gurus in town, something. So it's a wonderful way to grow up in Krishna consciousness. So I'm very happy that Jayadev is here and could change his ticket, which wasn't easy, so he could make it today. Jayadev, what are the 4 regulative principles you promise to follow for the rest of your life, and how many rounds will you promise to chant every day without fail?
No meat, fish or eggs, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex, and 16 rounds of japa.
Minimum.
Minimum, yes, minimum. Minimum 16
He'll
rounds.
take the microphone from you. Yeah. Okay. So then, from this day on, you will be known as Yugal Kishore Das.
His Grace Yugal Kishore Das ki Jai.
One minute. Is this the one? No. I have the names here also typed out, but they are not in sequence or what? No. No, where's Krishna Kirtan or somebody like that? I don't know. Just give them the slip of paper, because it's not in order. Yugal Kishore does. Okay, thank you so much. Just take your piece of paper from Krishna Kirtan. And in the next piece of paper then is Parayana. Parayana. Parayana is somewhere behind me. Parayana is from, originally from Croatia, but now lives somewhere in the Midlands. Is he there? Okay, he's coming, yeah. Parayana is a big man. Yes, I'm happy to accept it. Offer. Offer obeisances also. So, Parayana is took initiation in 1997 from Harikesh Prabhu. 96, sorry. In 96 from Harikesh Prabhu, so that is 26 years. That's a long time. So he's been around in Krishna consciousness for so many years. So it's very nice that he comes forward today, because it's not so easy to carry on in such a situation. So we hope that he'll get a great inspiration. We discussed yesterday, and he'll take second initiation also today, because that never happened. So let's do the vows again. Reconfirm your vows, please.
Yeah, actually, I will not be engaged in, that means no gambling, no illicit sex, no eat meat, fish and eggs, and no intoxicating.
Oh, and then the rounds.
And I will chant minimum 16 rounds.
Thank you very much, as you have already been doing. So, as I said, we're only reconfirming. We discussed yesterday whether to keep the name or change the name, and you were happy to have a change. So from this day, you will be known as Parantapa. Parantapa Das.
His Grace Parantapa Prabhu ki jai.
The paper. 1 minute, wait. Give the paper to me also, then I can give it. Parantapa Das. The conqueror of enemies. Then we have Bhaktivedanta from Bhaktivedanta from originally Scotland is in the Soho Street Temple. Huh? You're in the Scotland Temple. Okay, you were just visiting me in Soho Street. I see. In which one? Glasgow. Karuna Bhavan. Okay. So Bhaktivedanta, what are the 4 regulative principles you promised to follow?
No intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling, no meat, eat fish or eggs.
How many rounds?
Minimum 16.
Very good. Okay, I'm going to give you a big name. You give the mic to him. Is the paper ready? Yeah. Okay. Your name from this day on will be Panchatattva Das.
Panchatattva Prabhu ki jai.
Many of us would have wanted that name, you know. I wanted that one because my first name was Paul, you know. But they gave one based on my last name, so I wanted that one. So it's a pretty good name, Panchatattva Das. Then we have Pranas, Rorina Vicious. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So Pranas is married to Adi Ganga, who's also my disciple. So Pranas, what are the 4 regulative principles that you promised to follow? Yes.
I vow for the rest of my life and not to eat meat, fish, eggs, onion, garlic, no intoxication, including tea, coffee, no illicit sex,
energy
no gambling.
Drinks,
no energy drinks, no Coca-Cola, yes.
No illicit sex. Do you have them all? Or
yes.
Gambling you also did?
Yes.
Eh? Okay. You got me confused. And how many rounds you promised to chant every day?
Minimum 16. Way more than that, but minimum.
That's very good. Yeah, that's the absolute minimum. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Yeah? I really appreciate that. Okay, so Pranas, from today on, you will be Pandava Arjuna Das.
Pandava Arjuna Prabhu ki jai.
Hold on, wait. And then we get Prasant. Prasant is from Crawley. The paper's the other way, okay. So, I connected with Prasant some years back, long before COVID, and when we still both of us used to travel a lot, and he lives very close to Gatwick, so I used to stay in his house sometimes in Gatwick, and it was really, really nice. He looked after me, and one time I came from New York just for Ratha Yatra, and I flew in and slept a few hours in the house, and then we left at early in the morning and went to Ratha Yatra, drove back, and then I flew back to New York. But it was so nice to make that connection. So from then on, we felt that close bond, and so of course we didn't meet each other for COVID during that time. So it was really nice to reconnect now, and I'm so happy you are here today.
Thank you, Maharaj.
So what are the 4 regulative principles and how many rounds?
No eating meat, fish or eggs, no gambling, no illicit sex, no alcohol, and I promise to chant 16 rounds minimum.
Yeah, the no alcohol is no intoxication in
No
general.
intoxication.
Involves many more things. And 16 rounds minimum. All right, so I have a favorite place in Vrindavan, a place I really like. So I want to give you the name of that place. So from this day on, you will be known as Prem Sarovar.
His Grace Prem Sarovar Prabhu Ki Jai.
And there's a beautiful story which I'll tell you in full color sometime later. Prem Sarovar Das Ki Jai. Thank you so much. And then we have Bhaktanik. He is from Bulgaria. And there's a whole group of devotees from Bulgaria. And so we'll start now with the Bulgarians. Hare Krishna. Okay, Bhaktanik, I have them here. Yeah. So, welcome, Bhaktanik. And so, what are the 4 regulative principles and how many rounds?
I promise to never in my life eat meat, eggs, or fish. No illicit sex, no intoxicants, no gambling.
And how many rounds?
Minimum 16.
Okay, then your name from today on will be Nadia Prakash Das.
Prakash Das Ki Jai.
So of course, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is from Nadia, and Prakash is the influence that spreads from there all over the world. So it's really a Sankirtan name, Nadia Prakash. It's like just to be the servant of spreading the mercy of Lord Chaitanya everywhere. Nadia Prakash Das. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Then we have Bhakta Hussein. Bhakta Hussein, also from Bulgaria. Thank you. Somehow or other, my disciple Tulsi has brought many people from Bulgaria to me because I haven't been going to Bulgaria since I joined the Hare Krishna movement. I used to pass through before. But if I can, I'll try to go to Bulgaria now. Okay. What to do? Since you came with so many. What can I do? So what are the 4 regulative principles you promise to follow?
No meat. This includes eggs and fish. No gambling. No intoxication. And no illicit sex.
And how many rounds?
At least 16 rounds a day.
Okay. So from today on, you will be known as Jai Gopal Das.
Praise Jai Gopal Das Ki Jai.
Jai Gopal. Then we have Bhakta Ignat and Olya also, their husband and wife, so they can come together. Both of you. Hare Krishna. Take the microphone and tell me please what are the 4 regulative principles you promise to follow and how many rounds you'll chant every day.
I promise not to eat meat, fish and eggs. I promise not to gamble. I promise not to take intoxicants and no illegal sex. And I promise to make minimum 16 rounds every day.
Thank you so much.
I promise not to eat meat, fish and eggs. I promise not to gamble. I promise not illicit sex. And I promise to no intoxicate myself.
Yes, thank you very much.
I also promise to do minimum 16 rounds every day till the rest of my life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Did you already say the rounds? You said, yeah? Also, yes. Okay, then give the mic to him. Yes. So from this day on, you will be Ishvara Puri Das.
His Grace Ishvara Puri Prabhu Ki Jai.
So, Ishvara Puri is, of course, the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya. Huh? Oh, both are there. Okay. Okay. And then your name from today on will be Andal Devidasi.
Andal Devidasi Ki Jai.
So Andal was a great devotee in South India, one of the Alwars, a great devotee of Krishna. So Andal Devidasi. Hare Krishna. Thank you, thank you. Happy to accept you. Yes, very much. Hare Krishna. And then we have, we have Yogesh and his wife Renu. Give me one beat at a time because there's Yogesh. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So they are from London. Which place in London? Buckinghamshire. Okay, everyone knows where that is, except me. And yeah, they've done lots of service and been around. And I'm very happy that they're here today. Throughout the pandemic, we were always connected on Zoom, so it was very nice. So, dear Yogesh, what are the 4 regulative principles you promise to follow, and how many rounds?
No meat eating, including fish and eggs. No intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. And I shall chant minimum of 16 rounds.
50?
60.
He said a minimum of 50 rounds. I heard. No, that's good.
So, no meat eating, fish, eggs, onions, garlic, no intoxicants, no gambling, yeah, and then no illicit sex. And I promise to chant 16 rounds every day for the rest of my life, and more if possible.
Perfect. Okay, now this is Yogesh. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Yogesh, from this day on, you will be Yadunat Das.
His Grace Yadunat Prabhu Ki Jai.
And Renu, you will be Rangadevi.
Her Grace Rangadevi Mataji Ki Jai.
Here is Yadunat Das, and here is. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. And then we have from Bulgaria, we have Boranjana, if I pronounce it properly. Hare Krishna. Welcome. Microphone. Oh yeah. So what are the 4 regulative principles you promise to follow? How many rounds?
I promise to follow the 4 regulative principles: no meat eating, including fish and eggs, no gambling, no illicit sex, and also no intoxication. And I promise to chant minimum 16 rounds Hare Krishna Maha Mantra till the rest of my life.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so your name will be Baruni Devidas. Yeah, Baruni is, it means, Baru means Lord. So Baruni means one who belongs to the Lord. Yeah, so now you belong to Krishna. Baruni. Then I have Sunit Jindal and Aditi Jindal. Welcome. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. You come a little closer because otherwise my arm will not go so far. Thank you so much. So what are the 4 regulative principles?
I vow to not indulge in illicit sex, no meat eating fish or eggs, no gambling, and no intoxication for the rest of my life.
And how many rounds?
I vow to chant minimum 16 rounds on my beats daily every day for the rest of my life.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, I vow to no intoxication, no meat eating, no fish, no eggs, no illicit sex, and no gambling. And I vow to chant minimum 16 rounds on the beads for the rest of my life.
Thank you, thank you. You take the microphone. Okay, I have to check. Yes. So from this day on, you will be known as Sachi Sutta Das. And Aditi, you will be Adi Devi Dasi. Adi Devi. Okay, this one is for you, and this one is for you. Thank you. And then Vishal and Samantha. Your turn. 4 regulative principles, and how many rounds?
I vow to chant a minimum of 16 rounds a day. No intoxication, no illicit sex, no meat eating, including fish or eggs, and no gambling.
And how many rounds?
A minimum of 16 a day.
Okay, and your turn.
I vow to chant at least 16 rounds every day. No intoxication, no meat eating, including fish and eggs, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
Okay. Vishakha, from this day on, you will be Bir Chandra Das. And Samantha, right, will from this day on be Samantra. So, Samantra means that the mantra is always with you. Before you run, let me give you the name. And Bir Chandra is another name for Virabhadra, the son of Lord Nityananda. And Chandra means the moon. So Bir Chandra means his influence is spreading everywhere. So he's a big preacher in Nityananda's movement. Bir Chandra and Sa Mantra. Hare Krishna. Varun and his mother, Santosh. It's very nice that that mother and son are taken together. I would say that's the perfection of life, right? When mother is first. Srila Prabhupada would make Brahmananda pay obeisances to his mother. Yeah, so.
Very great.
So please tell me, what are the 4 regulative principles?
I promise not to eat meat, onions, garlic, no eggs, no fish. I promise not to have any intoxicants and no illicit sex. And I promise that I will not do any gambling. And I promise to chant a minimum of 16 rounds every day for the rest of my life.
Thank you very, very much. So, I have to, 1 minute, I have to look. Yes. So, your name will be Sriji Kishori. This one. Thank you very much. Of course, we'll call you Sriji. But I already had a Sriji. So I added Kishori. But yes, thank you very much. Varun,
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
it's very nice that this day has come.
Long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. But I think you have prepared, so that is very good. So what are the 4 regulative principles?
So I promise that I will not be partaking in any gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating, fish, eggs, onions, garlic, mushrooms, and no illicit sex.
How many rounds?
Minimum of 16 rounds every day, Maharaj.
Thank you very, very much. Okay, yes. Your name is Vatsala Das. Is it all right? You like the name? Thank you. It means the servant of the Lord who is gentle and kind. Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Then Bhakta Undra from the Czech Republic. Hare Krishna. what are the 4 regulative principles you promise to follow?
I promise no eat meat, fish and eggs, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex, and I chanting minimal 16 rounds every day.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, just look where is. Okay, yeah. From this day on, you will be Akshay Govinda Das. So Akshay means one who is inexhaustible. He never runs out of energy. It's just Krishna is unlimited. Krishna is unlimited. Akshay Govinda Das. Sometimes they call you Akshay. Thank you. Yes. Then I have Jolly Driscoll. Yes. I think Jolly is very jolly. See that smile? He always has that smile. I appreciate that. Hare Krishna. So I'm very happy for that. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So the microphone, Nita. Please tell us the 4 regulative principles.
I promise to have no intoxicants, continue not having intoxicants. I promise not to gamble. I have never gambled. I promise to, what's the other one?
That's okay.
To not have, continue not eating meat, and I promise no illicit sex, and or no sex at all. And I promise to do 16 plus rounds a day.
Thank you, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. Yeah, we are now at an advanced age, you know, so there's no sex at all, there's no problem at all. This is yes, that's right. It's just very nice. So that is very good. Let me just see. Okay. Your name will be Janu Kanya Devi Das. Janu Kanya. It's there. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, but need some help, no? You're good. You're good. Okay. Thank you for coming and for becoming my disciple. Then I have Janki Jivan. So, yeah, 4 regulative principles.
No meat eating, no eggs, no fish, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
And how many rounds?
Minimum 16.
Okay. So Janki Jivan, from this day on, you will be Yasoda Jivan. Devi Das. Hare Krishna. Oh, the slip. Just give her the slip. And then we have Manjula, and then next we have Gita. So Manjula. Hare Krishna. So, welcome. We know each other only since very short time. Yes. But I hope in this period to get to know, let's get to know each other better. Yes. But because it helps, but at the same time, it's not the essence. The essence is that we make this connection today. Yes. So what are the 4 regulative principles?
No illicit sex,
yeah.
No meat eating, eggs or fish, and no intoxication, and no gambling. And we'll chant 16 rounds minimum.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So, your son is also my devotee. My disciple, his name was Divyesh. I made a Divyambar. And so it's nice, both of you together. And may you be great support to each other. So, dear Manjula, from now on, you will be known as Manju Radhika. Manju Radhika. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And then we had Gita. And next will be Shreya. Hare Krishna. Yes. Yes. So what are the 4 regulative principles you promise to follow?
No illicit sex, no intoxication, no meat eating, including fish and eggs, and no gambling.
All right. And how many rounds every day?
Promise to do 16 rounds minimum, if not more.
Very good. Okay, yes. So from this day on, your name will be Gopi Chandan Devidasi. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. And then we have Shreya. Hare Krishna. Welcome. It takes a little time as many devotees, but thank you for being here today. And yes, so also in this coming period, I hope that we can have more communication, let me know more about what's happening, so we deepen our relationship. That would be very nice. What are the 4 regulative principles you promise to follow?
No gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating including fish and eggs, and no illicit sex.
And how many rounds?
Minimum 16 rounds.
Thank you so much. So, from this day on, you will be Siddheshwari. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Siddheshwari. Then we have Prabhuta Raval, and the next one will be Raksha. Thank you. Thank you. So what are the 4 regulative principles you promise to follow?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna everybody.
from today, I'm promising that I won't eat any meat, including fish and eggs, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. And I will promise to chant 16 rounds minimum every day.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, let me just look 1 minute again. From this day on, you will be Pushti Devidasi. The servant of one who is fulfilled. Oh, Hare Krishna. It's not easy to be fulfilled, you know. Yeah, it's like always something lacking. But one who is fulfilled, only pure devotees are fulfilled. So may you always serve the pure devotees. Hare Krishna. Pushti Devidasi. And then we had Raksa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna. Take the microphone. What are the 4 regulative principles you promised to follow?
No meat eating, no eggs or fish, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
And how many rounds?
A minimum of 16 rounds every day on my Japamala.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
Then your name will be Ras Arambi. Ras Arambi is from a very famous verse where Krishna is playing his flute and attracting the gopis to come, and Krishna is Rasa Rambi, initiating the loving exchanges. I wrote it down. Thank you. Okay, we're getting to the end. I see. Rasa Rambi. Then Rupal. Hare Krishna. What are the 4 regulative principles?
Hare Krishna. I promise to no intoxication, no meat eating, including fish and eggs, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
And how many rounds?
I promise to chant a minimum of 16 rounds daily.
Your name will be Ruchi Devidasi. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. And then Hetal. Hare Krishna. At first I had a hard time to remember your name, right? So I'm glad to change it today. So what are the 4 regulative principles?
No meat eating, no fish and eggs, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex.
And how many rounds?
16 minimum.
Thank you. Then you will be Hari Leela Devidasi. And then, oh, there's a slip. You please pass it on. And then we get a Milan Punch. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you. So, welcome. What are the 4 regulative principles you promised to follow?
No meat eating, including fish or eggs, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
And how many rounds?
Minimum 16 every day.
Thank you so much. Then you will be known as Madhurika Devidas. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Welcome. And we have Savita Patel. Yes. And Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. You're very welcome. Most welcome. I'm very happy to see you smiling like this. It's so nice. So what are the 4 regulative principles you promise to follow?
I promise, Maharaj, I'm not eating meat, including fish and eggs, no gambling, no intoxication, including tea and coffee, no illicit sex.
Thank you so much. And how many rounds?
I promise to chant a minimum of 16 rounds every day.
Wonderful. I have to look again. What was the name now? Oh. From today on, you will be known as Sadhya Devidasi. Sadhya refers to the ultimate goal. There's sadhana, practice, and then there's sadhya. That's the ultimate goal of our practice. So sadhya means, yes, always thinking about pure devotional service. So, and by meditating on that and trying, one day, you'll become a pure devotee. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So, we've completed the first initiation. Then there are many devotees for second initiation. I am very happy to offer you all second initiation, and we'll do that separate in another space. Then after that, I will be here. So I'll disappear for a little while to give the second initiation after the yajna. And then I'll come back to speak to all the devotees who are initiated. I'm not going home. I'll be here to talk to you. That's my plan. Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
His Grace Kanana Maharaj ki.
Okay, and I will just again make a little detour, but meanwhile you can start the fire and all the arrangements.
Hare Krishna. We will be passing some flower petals to everyone. I know some of you offered. Just keep some flower petals in your hand as we chant the Sankalpa. We request everyone not to aim at the fire. You've got a plate with some grains, you've got a banana. So if you artistically move the banana with all the grains on one side, every time we say Swaha, take a couple and place it on the other side of the banana. At the end, at Purnahoti, you will come forward and Antaranga Prabhu will guide you on how you can offer it into the fire. During the ceremony all the way, even those in the front, if you please just follow the procedure, Antaranga Prabhu as the representative here will offer the grains on your behalf. If you can please start with Achman. You have done Achman. We will chant the mantras together. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Apavitra Pavitra va sarvan avasthan gatopi va yasmaret pundarika aksham sa bhaya antara suchi. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you please hold all the flower petals in your right hand, cover your right with your left, fingers on top of fingers. Okay, Devashi, some people here don't have flower petals. Sure. Once you got, anyone still not have flower petals, please raise your hand so Devarishi can. What this is the Sankalpa. Sankalpa means making the commitment. Making the commitment and also expressing your heartfelt desire to Yagya Purush. You've already made the commitment in front of the spiritual master, now in front of the Supreme Lord for his blessings. So if anyone else not got flower petals, everyone's got there. Raise your hands high so Devarishi can get to you. Cover your right hand with your left, keep both hands on your right knee. And please repeat after me. Om Tat Sat Shri Govinda 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 Asyam Shubhatithau Achyuta Gotra Aham. You've just got new names. Some of us already have initiated names, so please recite your full names, initiated names. Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Dasa. No, don't say Vaishnava Sarvabhauma, that's my name. You say your names. Okay. Shri Radha Gokulananda Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Diksha Guru Shri Kadamba Kanana Swami Samasta Vaishnava Sannidho Shri Krishna Prityartham Diksha Guru Charana Kripa Praptyartham. Those with first initiation, if you please say Harinama Diksha Samskaraha. All those for second, and if you're getting second, you say this one as well. If you please say Upanayanam Samskara Karmaham Karishyamihi. In front of you, from the tips of your fingers, just let the flower petals fall on the floor. Okay. Govinda 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 Adha Shubhadito Shri Shri Bhaktivedanta Manor Dhamehe Aham Achyuta Gotra Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Dasaha Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda Jagadushila Prabhupada Diksha Guru Kadamba Kanana Swami Vaishnava Gana Samasta Vaishnava Sannidho Upanayana Samskaraha Shri Krishna Prityartham Diksha Guru Kripa Praptyartham Upanayana Samskaraha Karmaham Karishyamihi. Om Tat Sat. We're going to ask Antaranga Prabhu if you have handy, as many as you know. Yeah. We'll be inviting the fire in the meantime. Antaranga Prabhu will be chanting some shlokas from the Brahma Samhita, so if you know, you please chant with him. And once the fire is installed, then we will start with the Homa. Yeah? Yeah, perfect. Very good. Om Shri Shri Samudbhavanamagna Namo Namaha. You carry on.
Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachit Ananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Chintamani Prakara Satma Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Vriteshu Surabhir Abhipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Satasambhrama Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venum Kwanantam Aravinda Dalaya Taksham Barhavatam Samasitam Asutam Sundarangam Kandarpa Koti Kameniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandra Kalasadva Namalya Vamsi Ratnangadam Pranaya Keli Kalavilasam Shyamam Tribangam Lalitam Yata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vriti Manti Pashyanti Panti Kalayanti Chiranjaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadujvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achyuttamanadi Manantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabham Atma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantastu Koti Satavantsara Sapragamyo Vayo Ratapi Manaso Munipungavanam Sopyasti Yat Prapadasimni Avichintya Tatve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekopyasau Rachayitum Jagananda Kotim Yachaktir Asti Jagananda Chayaya Danta Andantarasta Paramanu Chayantarastam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yadbhava Bhavita Diyo Manujasta Taiva Samprapya Rupa Mahimasanayana Bhusha Shuktaryam Eva Nigama Pratitastu Vanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavita Abhis Tabirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalabhi Goloka Eva Nivasat Akilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santas Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shyama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ramadi Murti Shukalat Niyamena Tistan Nanavatara Makarot Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramapumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
So, even if you not offer it grains into the fire, we still ask you to say Swaha. Swaha is your pronunciation of Bhakti. Krishna says in the Gita, it is Bhakti that is the most important ingredient in our offerings, so we do the same here. Om Tatsaiti Shri Mahavritya Homaha Om Bhur Swaha Idam Shri Vishnavedam Namamaha Om Bhuvar Swaha Idam Shri Achyutaya Idam Namamaha Om Swaha Idam Shri Ananta Idam Shri Narayanaya Idam Namamaha Om Bhur Bhuvasva Swaha Idam Shri Anantaya Idam Namamaha Om Tatsaiti Shri Vaishnava Homaha. Prayers that you all know, that I think you all know, we will all chant together.
And some prayers we will break into parts and we repeat after me. Om iti Vaishnava Homaha Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Swaha Idam Shri Sarvebhyo Guruvebhyodam Namamaha Om Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Swaha Idam Shri Rasacharya Idam Namamaha Om Vandeham Shri Gurau Shri Yuthapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च स्वाहा इदं श्री राधा कृष्ण गुरु गौरांग सर्व वैष्णव तत्वभ्यो नमः ओम प्लीज रिपीट आफ्टर मी ओम नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते कदम्ब कानन स्वामी इति नामिने स्वाहा इदं श्री दीक्षा गुरुभ्यो नमः ओम नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे स्वाहा इदं श्री दीक्षा गुरुभ्यो नमः ओम नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते गुरुदास जयद्वैत स्वामी इति नामिने स्वाहा ओम नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे स्वाहा इदं श्री परम गुरुवे नमः ओम ऑल टुगेदर प्रभुपाद प्रणाम मंत्र नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने स्वाहा इदं श्री प्रतिष्ठाचार्याय इदं नमः ओम नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे स्वाहा इदं श्री प्रतिष्ठाचार्याय इदं नमः रिपीट आफ्टर मी ओम नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती इति नामिने स्वाहा इदं श्री परमगुरुवे नमः ओम श्रीवर्षभानवी देवी दयिताय कृपाब्दये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः स्वाहा इदं श्री परमगुरुवे नमः माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाद्य श्रीरूपानुग भक्तिद श्री गौर करुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते स्वाहा नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्धाप अपसिद्धांत द्वांत हारिणे स्वाहा इदं श्री परमगुरुवे नमः ओम नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्य मूर्तये विप्रलम्भ रसाम्बोधे पदाम्बुजाय ते नमः स्वाहा
इदं श्री परापर गुरुवदं नमः। ओम नमः भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिद आनंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुग वरायते स्वाहा इदं श्री महागुरुवदं नमः। श्री गौरविर्भाव भूमेस्त्वं निर्दिष्ट सज्जन प्रियः वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः स्वाहा इदं श्री परमेष्टि गुरुवदं नमः। वैष्णव प्रणाम ऑल टुगेदर। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा इदं श्री सर्वेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। ओम दिस इज चैतन्य महाप्रभु's प्रणाम। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरात्विषे नमः स्वाहा इदं श्री गौराय इदं नमः। ओम पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं स्वाहा इदं श्री पंचतत्वाय इदं नमः। कृष्ण प्रणाम। ओम हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधकांत नमोस्तुते स्वाहा इदं श्री कृष्णाय इदं नमः। ओम जयतां सुरतोर पंगोर मम मंड मतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्व पदाम्भोजो राधा मदनमोहनो स्वाहा इदं श्री सम्बन्धादिदेव श्रीमदनमोहनाय इदं नमः। दिव्याद् वृन्दारण्य कल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमद् रत्नगार सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद् राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवौ पृष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानौ स्मरामि स्वाहा इदं श्री अविद्यादिदेव श्री गोविन्दाय इदं नमः। श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवट तटस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुर्स्वनैर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथ श्रियस्तु नः स्वाहा इदं श्री प्रयोजनादिदेव श्री गोपीनाथाय इदं नमः। नाउ श्रीमती राधारानी's प्रणाम मंत्र। ओम तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्राणमामि हरिप्रिये स्वाहा इदं श्री राधाय इदं नमः। पंचतत्व जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद स्वाहा इदं श्री पंचतत्वाय इदं नमः। महामंत्र हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे स्वाहा इदं श्री राधा कृष्णभ्याम इदं नमः। श्री महामंत्राय इदं नमः। स्वाहा इदं श्री वैष्णव होमः सम्पूर्ण इति प्राश्चित होमः मंत्रहीनं ज्ञान भक्तिहीनं जनार्दन पूजनादेव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे स्वाहा इदं श्री राधगोकुलानन्दभ्यामिदं नमः ओम अपराध सहस्रान् क्रियन्ते हर्निशमदासोहमिति मम क्षमस्वा मधुसूदनः स्वाहा इदं श्री राधगोकुलानन्दभ्यामिदं नमः ओम प्रतिज्ञतव गोविंद नमः भक्त प्रणश्यति इति सांसुनित्य प्राणं संधारयाम्यहं स्वाहा इदं श्री राधगोकुलानन्दभ्यामिदं नमः शिशुक्रोवाच कुतः सत्कर्म वैषम्यस्य कर्मेश्वर भवान् यज्ञेषु यज्ञपुरुष सर्वभावेन पूजितः मंत्रतः संत्रतः छिद्रं देशकालारवस्तु सर्वं करोतु निश्चिद्रमनुसंकीर्तनं तवाह स्वाहा इदं श्री राधगोकुलानन्दभ्यामिदं नमः with all your heart once again taking shelter of the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha idam Shri Radha Krishna Bhyamidam Namamaha Om Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha idam Shri Radha Krishna Bhyamidam Namamaha. One more time. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha idam Shri Radha Krishna Bhyamidam Namamaha iti Shri Radha Gokulanandabhyam idam Namamaha. Om Tatsa iti Shri Purnahotihi Sampurna iti Shri Prashchita Homaha Sampurnaha iti Shri Purnahotihi. Now we're going to chant the Purnahuti. For this we want all of you to please stand. After the recitation, if you please come forward, and the grains that you have been offering on the side of your plate, we want you to just, Antaranga Prabhu will have a plate, you please offer just the ones that you've been offering on the side, you please empty that side into the tray, and Antaranga Prabhu will then take it and offer it into the fire. Okay, if everyone please stand. Only the offered side, it all comes here, and then you'll slowly offer it into the fire. Only the side that is the offered, yeah? So the one that's not offered, you just leave in that plate of yours. Rama Hare Hare. Yogesh, no. Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna. Just place it on the floor. We want both of you. You act as parents of everyone. You'll hold this and you'll offer into the fire. Yeah? Okay. Floor ma mukido. Keep the plates on the floor and hold the spoon in your hand. The bananas as well, traditionally they go all into the fire, but we will not do that. You please give your bananas to Antaranga Prabhu and he will offer on your behalf. You come right as close as you can. We want that spoon to be over the fire. Perfect. Yeah, just keep it over. And from here we want you to tilt and get a thread of ghee falling into the fire. Okay? Yeah, come center. Dear devotees, if you please repeat after me, this is the Purnahoti. Om Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Dhitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Purnam Adha Purnam Idam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnam Adhaya
purnam eva vashishyate. Very loudly, tilting the spoon. Swaha idam shirad gokulanandabhyam idam namamaha. Om sahana bhavatu sahano bhunaktu saha viryam karavavahai tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. If we can kindly request Kirtan to start, and then Pradakshina around the fire will start as well. Om Dhyau Shanti, Antarikshagum Shanti, Prithvi Shanti, Apa Shanti, Vayu Shanti, Deja Shanti, Oshadaya Shanti, Loka Shanti, Brahmana Shanti, Vaishnava Shanti, Shanti Rastu Dhutirastu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. He said here, as Kirtan is going, you please chant. You want to circumambulate the fire, and then you can go for breakfast. Maharaj will be coming back to see all of you, so you please take advantage of that and be here in the room. Thank you. His Holiness Kadamba Swami Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. Give it to Antaranga. Careful, careful. Antaranga. Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Please don't. Give them to him. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. No, give it to him. Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Не знам. Някъде. Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I don't know where it is. Ah. Okay, I see. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So Guru Maharaj now will go in the other room. There's Bala Gopal room. So those which are accepting second initiation, Prabhupada's Darshan room. Okay, so we're going to go, change of plans, Bhaktivedanta Manor, Prabhupada's Darshan room. So those which are taking second initiation, please make your way to the Bhaktivedanta Manor, Prabhupada's Darshan rooms. Is that okay? Is that clear with everyone? Srila Prabhupada ki.